My name's Gilbert Hill, and I'm a privacy technologist, and I'm also very delighted to be an advisor to Swash, and I'm also a tutor on privacy and ethics at the Institute of Data and Marketing. I studied archaeology and anthropology sort of from a love of the former, picked up on digs in the West Country and Switzerland, but I quickly became fascinated by how relevant the study of patterns of current or recent human behavior are when studying the leavings of the sort of a dim and distant past. And I found myself getting sucked into the world of behavioral marketing. So, from studying archaeology and anthropology, I now found myself working with cookies and privacy invasive technologies. Now, obviously, what we've seen in tech is how these tools took on a dual function to create and track profiles of all of us as part of this trillion-dollar business of behavioral advertising. So what interests me now, if we take the terminology of Tim Berners-Lee, the first phase of the web was about connecting machines. And in the second phase, it's been about making us a product, our data and also our attention. And we've all got used to seeing data as an asset, and companies have created lakes of the stuff. And now these are in danger of turning toxic. While that's been happening, this engine of data commerce driven by the huge platforms roars away, due to wearables like my Fitbit. And, more recently with COVID, the shift of a whole section of the population online for the first time. And I think the work of, baking a baseline of privacy by design into key business processes and tech, while reacquainting people with their rights is only just begun. So we've seen privacy move, and that's what I find so fascinating as an anthropologist, from privacy to control to agency, and particularly collective agency. And I think, particularly interesting to me is the concept of data unions. And these address one of the big challenges to changing the status quo around data, that individually, our voice is small, and our data isn't worth a whole lot. So there's huge amounts of money and data sloshing around, and there needs to be a lot more, structure and ethical framework around its use. And that's where Web3 projects like Swash come in. I think what Swash is addressing is the fact that, not all of us have crypto to stake, but we all have data. And Swash takes the existing tools of the web, the browser, as the on-ramp to making a second income from data. And what I like about the fact is that the UX is complementary rather than intimidating. A lot of what we've got used to, from cold wallets through to decentralized marketplace, is quite forbidding to the casual users, whereas it's actually really easy, and we're all part of the same Web3 ecosystem and the same solution. What's exciting is that the growth, the sharp growth in recent users for Swash, combined with this broad footprint of different browsers, Swash is really starting to have a meaningful impact as a data union. Now, for the first time, I'm really seeing that these barriers are being broken down between data buyers, between individuals, towards a more ethical approach to monetizing data. And I'm really excited to help Swash turn that into a reality.